Because when we were kids, right? When we were kids, it's easy for us to be amazed, right? It's easy for us to see bubbles, and just pop, touch something, they just pop and they vanish, right? Because we know so little, we don't know much, right? When we were kids, we had excuses to believe these things. We had excuses to believe that, the moon followed us when we drove in the car, because we all believed that, right? Because we were still little, we didn't know a lot. Now, as we grow up, right, we learn a lot more. We know that the moon doesn't follow us. But also, as we grow older, we're put into this kind of box, right? This box that we have our responsibilities for, right? And we're not born into this box, right? Because when we're kids, we don't have that many responsibilities. All we have to remember is what time Blue's Clues comes on, and the simple things, right? Now today, we have to remember to prepare for a TED Talk. We have to remember to do our homework. We have to, go to work whether we like it or not, right? So here's the thing: when we grow older, it's harder for us to be amazed because of this, because of our responsibilities. Our eyes are closed off, and this box kind of, encloses us into our own world, right? It's really a way to bring back that sense of amazement, that sense of feeling when, you just flip a rock in your backyard and see all these bugs. You just be happy, right? And honestly, there's not a permanent way, because you can't go back and have the mindset of a 3-year-old. You can't do that. But there's a temporary way, right? It's called travel, right? Pretty sure all of us know about travel. And I feel like the reason a lot of us travel is because we get out of, home. We get out of where we were raised, because we were raised as born, right? We know and seen everything where we live. And when we travel, we experience new things. We experience new cultures, right? I was to show you a picture of, the gondolas in Venice, We all could say, oh, we saw them in, Vegas, in the Venetian, right? It's not the same thing, because you don't get that sense of, of amazement, because you're not engulfed in the experience. See, there's this quote: men travel abroad to see the heights of the mountains, to see the huge waves, to see the long courses of the rivers, to see the vast compasses of the oceans, and to see the circulation of the stars, right? Because these are things that amaze us. These are things out of the norm, right? You don't see all these things. We live our life day to day. We go to school, come back, do homework, or sleep, then do homework. That's what I do. And we eat and go back to sleep, right? Then we go back home. After we're done vacationing, we're back home. The experience is over. We come back to all the loads of responsibilities. Because when we're traveling, we don't think of, paying the phone, but we don't think of, doing all these things that we do when we're here. So you go back to where you are. So that feeling's not permanent. But if we can't travel, how do we get that feeling here, right? Now, there's a way, right? We all know little kids, we all have a little cousin or a little nephew or a little sibling, right? If you were to be given a phone, right, and they're just talking on their toy phone, and we all know, hey, there's no one on the other line, You answer the toy phone, right, and you talk to the person on the other line, the person on the other line, and you continue with them. Because for kids, that's how they're amazed, that's how they're wondering, right? And then there's Christmas, right? We all love Christmas. And Christmas, I think, is where the most wonder happens, the most amazement, right? And for these kids, they wake up, or they go to sleep at Christmas Eve, and we set out these glasses of milk and the cookies, and we go downstairs and we eat them for them, and they wake up Christmas Eve and they see all these things, right? They see the presents there, the stocking filled, and the cookies eaten, the milk drink, and they're just amazed, right? They just think of Santa, how he goes around the world in just a matter of 12 hours. I think the next time that we have the opportunity to strike wonder and amazement in someone's eyes, we should take it, right? Next time, take your chances and make sure you make the best of it and amaze some kids, right? And bring that amazement back to you. There we go.